So I heard my ex was talking to somebody new. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. No. I don't care if I don't want to date you. If I don't want you, but you're not gonna go talk to somebody new. You're still mine. I still own you. And plus, what if I get bored? What if I want to come back? No one's gonna get in the way of that.
A little bit of satire and humor behind those two women, but there's truth behind the clips. Let's break it down. Now, the second woman specifically said, what if I get bored and want to come back? She also said, I don't care if I don't want you, but I don't want you talking to anybody else. Who's all been there, right? You're dealing with a woman and she breaks up with you. She says she needs space. She doesn't want to deal with you. She doesn't want the situation anymore. And you say, okay, cool. You just accept it for what it is. You don't try to beg. You don't try to convince her to be with you and stick with you. You don't beg and plead. You say, you know what? All right, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to learn the lesson and I'm going to deal with other women. So you go be with other women. And what does she usually do after about 4 to 5 business days? She gives in and she texts you, hey, just thinking about you. Or she likes your post on social media. Now, this is after she said she needed space and she breaks up with you. Now, the reason why women do this stuff is because, number one, they're narcissistic. And number two, they want things to be about them. So if she breaks up with you and you're not throwing a fit and you're not angry, you're not frustrated, you're not trying to win her back and do whatever you can to have her, what's going to happen is she's going to be thinking in her head, man, why is he not texting me? What's going on? I broke up with him. Shouldn't he want me anymore? It's kind of like a psychological mind game women play. They sabotage most of their relationships by doing this too, because they crave validation. So they break up with a guy and then they want that guy to somehow get in contact with them. I've had women say, you know, I don't want to do it anymore. And I say, okay, cool. And I just move on, go about my business. And they see me out and about at the mall, at the store, on social media, wherever, talking or dealing with other women, and they're frustrated. They're like, wait a minute. How could this guy just go talk to another woman? How could he just forget about little old me and just move on even after I broke up with him? Isn't that crazy? A woman leaves you high and dry after all you guys have been through, all the history, all the stuff you guys have did. And then after she leaves you, she wants you to practically beg her for another chance. And if you don't, she'll get mad. She'll basically look at you like, wait a minute. Now, here's the thing. Even if you happen to beg her, for all you guys have said, hey, can I get another chance? Baby, let's work on things. What can I do to fix this? If you've done that, took her out to dinner, you did a lot to try to make things work and fix the relationship, what's going to happen is when you stop trying to fix things, she's going to come crawling back. I promise you. I've been in situations like that. A woman you really care about, you had a great connection with, and then she broke up with you, and then you beg and you basically calling her and texting her, Snapchatting her, and she's not even responding to you. Then one day you say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done embarrassing myself. I'm done reaching out. She doesn't want me. So you move on, and then she doesn't feel that emotion from you. She doesn't just feel that, oh, this guy's not going to be there. So where is he? So then she reaches out to you. And when she reaches out to you, she's trying to give you sex. I mean, this is how a lot of the times guys, get women. This is how a lot of times I hooked up with women. Try to set a date, get together and hang out. And then they were kind of wishy-washy. They didn't want to set concrete plans. So I just, ghosted and moved on. And about a week or so later, hey, what you up to? And I'm like, oh, I ain't doing much. I'm doing much. You want to come over? And they're all ready to come over. That's because I stopped giving them that validation. Guys, if you want a woman to come crawling back to you, number one, you need to move on completely. And I know it's going to be hard because you're like, man, I did a lot. I spent a lot of money. I took her here. I met the family. We bought a dog. We went on trips. We did so much. How can I just leave her? You leave for your sanity. You leave for your respect and your dignity. And I guarantee you, it always happens 9 times out of 10. When a woman decides to move on and she thinks the grass is green on the other side and you move on too, and you don't try to, fix things and beg her back, she will come back eventually. Because women need to feel wanted. And if you don't want them anymore after they left you, I know it's crazy, it's sick, it's diabolical, Then she's got to come back. She's got to wonder, man, what is Darius doing? I haven't heard from him. Is he sad? Is he angry? Now, here's the thing. If you are sad, if you are mopey after she leaves you, she's going to be like, oh, I made the right decision. I'm glad I left you. But if you move on, if you're happy, if you're all smiles, if you work out, if you focus on yourself, if you deal with other women, she's going to come crawling back, which is going to segue to me, the first clip where the woman was basically holding note cards and saying, hey, I want you back. And he left me for somebody else. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. That's what needs to happen. You leave her for another woman. Don't try to fix things. Don't try to say, hey, let's work on leave these women alone. That's what's going to get them to want you. Even if women have, said, hey, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to deal with you. Even if they try to friend zone you, which a lot of women try to do, just stop contacting them. They'll reach back out to you a lot of times just to check the temperature to see if you really like them. Most times it's to give you sex because they're like, okay, well, he's not affected by me breaking up with him. He's not affected by me trying to friend zone him. So I might as well just give him sex. Their only card they have is to keep the sex close to them. And when you're not chasing them, when you're not giving them that validation, you're like, okay, heck, I might as well give him the sex. Here you go. That's a woman's mind. This is how they think. And they want to be wanted even though you don't want them, right? Even though they don't want you. They want to be wanted at all times. They actually think that, man, everybody is a fan of mine, especially men. Women view themselves as celebrities and they view us as fans, especially you guys who are friends with women, who are in that friend zone. You're like, okay, I'm trying. Guys, if she's not making it happen, she's not compliant, she's not on your program, disregard her. Leave her alone. The moral of this video is to stop giving her validation and attention and leave and go deal with other women. Go date other women, go have sex with other women. Go do your thing because she's going to feel the effect. Women need validation more than they need sex. Trust me, they don't even need sex. They love attention. That's like oxygen to them, oxygen. So if you're not giving her that attention like she's used to getting, if you're not begging her to try to be back in her life and fix the relationship, she's going to scratch her head and say, what the heck happened to this guy? Am I not important? Am I not valuable in his life? I've had women, a particular woman who I was in a relationship with years ago, she broke up and said, hey, let's just be friends. I said, I'm good. I don't want to be friends. I enjoy the time we had. Let's just, go our separate ways. Do you know she called me multiple times? She was texting me, you don't care about me? But I thought all we had, you don't want to be with me. You don't want to be my friend. And it's like, no, why would I be your friend? So when you don't give in, when you don't budge, when you don't follow a woman's protocol and her blueprint and try to, be friends with her or just, sit there on the shelf, what's going to happen is when you move on, I promise you, she's going to be thinking and wonder about you. She's going to be questioning her decision. She's going to be thinking, man, was that the right thing to do? I seen him out. He's happy, even if she never sees you out anywhere or on social media. In her mind, she's like, okay, he's not dealing with me, so he has to be dealing with another woman, even though you might be working on your business, generating streams of income, working out, working on your physique. Women just assume that you're talking to, hooking up and sleeping with other women, dating other women, just because you're not dealing with them. So guys, if you want a woman to come crawling back to you, make sure, number one, cut contact, get rid of her. Number two, go date and deal with other women.